Welcome to 1407 Great Monkey Lane. This is the living memory of the X-Men. Today we're doing it, chopping it up with friends. We got my man, my first guest, Aaron. What's up with you, man? How you doing, bro?
I'm good. I can't complain. It is not late this time, so I'm good. I'm not tired. I will be, as of the recording of this, streaming after on Twitch. So yeah, it's gonna be a busy day or night in this case because it's nighttime for me now. Well, it's 6:46, but it's dark because it's winter time. Well, autumn, but the UK forgets autumn and goes straight into winter. But yeah, no, it's solid, man. I can't complain. I'm doing well, thank you.
We were just talking. Okay, we were just talking about how tea is basically dirty water, and then you broke it down saying how everything is just dirty water.
If you're mixing it with water, it is dirty water or flavored water. Just to be nice about it, because at the end of the day,
dirty. It's dirty.
It doesn't have to be dirty. It can just be flavored or diluted water. It's not necessarily dirty. Like, I like coffee, but I admit it is just flavored water. Right. Like that is what it is. Unless you like have soda, which technically I guess is flavored water, but like soda or like something like that, it's flavored water.
I always thought
I'm here for it.
I always thought soda was kind of, because when I heard there was acid in it, I thought like, oh wow, they put a little bit of acid in soda so they want to kill us one by. That's why the fizziness came. I'm like
bit by bit.
Like that's how they want to kill us. Oh,
that's the plan. That's definitely the plan.
Oh man, that's just breaking it down. It is 10:48 on a Thursday, and I just learned that water is just everything's dirty water, flavored water.
Everything flavored and or dirty water, whichever you prefer is what we're gonna call
it. Hey, I like to cut it straight to the bone. Like, no PR, no candy coating. Okay, I want the truth. I want the truth. I want to. Oh,
I hear that,
man. So, like, how you like, how you been? Like, how's everything?
How you doing? Been?
How you doing with the pandemic over there?
Yeah, it's fine. I mean, like we've pretty much lifted everything. Yeah, it's more or less like to a new normal. We'll see what happens over the winter period, if there's going to be any changes, because there's inevitably going to be more cases going on. But apart from that, yeah, it's good. Just doing the streaming stuff, really. I started streaming on Twitch about 2 weeks ago, 2-3 weeks ago. So that's going well. I'm nearly an affiliate. I don't know what that means. But I nearly am apparently. So that's cool. I need 8 more followers. And then I'm good to go for that. Whatever it means. I'm just having fun learning languages, talking about some nerdy stuff. Yeah.
Get that ocho.
Oh,
man, you got made me think about Dodgeball, the movie now.
Ocho Cinco.
the ESPN Ocho.
Yeah, I haven't seen that movie in a while. It's a solid movie though, but I need to.
I mean,
it's definitely up there.
I mean, just all the jokes about with Vince Vaughn. It's like, didn't just go back. Like, I think it's a part that a lot of people just kind of gloss over. It's like early in the movie, and they're at the bar, and then like Ben Stiller's crew comes in, and Vince Vaughn says, "Oh, hey guys, you guys ended Nazi camp early. What'd you do? Cut finger paints?" Yes, I did.
How convenient for you, and the clock.
It's
just a solid movie.
Ben Stiller is the greatest of all time.
He's definitely solid.
He's underrated. He's a dark horse, but he's one of the great. He made Cable Guy, which is
Vince Vaughn today. Sorry, Ben Stiller.
Yeah, he directed it.
But I wouldn't say he's underrated. I think not all of his skills are probably recognized,
right?
Because what we know him for is comedy, and he's very much known in the comedy world. Yeah. And I think when it comes to saying someone's underrated, it has to be like, okay, cool. Are they not rated highly for what they are known for? So they might do more. Right. So like to take it like to another topic, Eminem does a lot of producing.
Right.
And people say, oh, he's underrated. I'm like, is he underrated as a producer? Because we don't know he produces a lot of stuff because it's something he puts out there.
Right.
Other people put out to say like, oh yeah, he's a producer and he's really good, but that's not his role. His role is a rapper, and he's definitely not underrated in that.
No,
in that context. So I think when it comes to Ben Stiller, he's known for being a comedian and an actor, and I would say he's highly rated for what he does do, even if people don't necessarily like him. But yeah, like as a director, he does a lot of good stuff as well, for sure.
Also, like Zoolander, I think Zoolander is probably like one of his best movies because like now it makes me look at other actors like that, like Jennifer Lawrence. I say she has a Derek Zoolander face. She only has one emotion.
Nah, Jennifer Lawrence is good. I don't care what anyone says. She's better for me in interviews because she's more herself. She's like a very fun person.
Okay.
But she definitely I think the person that suffers from like a singular face is Brie Larson.
Oh
She's much more of a serious, like very stern, straight-faced actress. And she's good I don't think she's a bad actress by any shape or form. Like when I saw her in Room, I believe it was Room, that was good. And I enjoyed her role in Captain America. I just enjoyed Captain Marvel. I just didn't enjoy the Captain Marvel movie the way I wanted it to. And it felt very forceful in trying to be this friendly, feminine, like female feminine power movie, as opposed to just being a good movie that had female empowerment. Like it that way, if that makes sense.
No, absolutely. I have a real big problem with pandering because like I look at every time they do something, like anytime entertainment does something like, hey, we're going to be more inclusive, like you're pandering, like like with the whole Tim Drake thing. I was like, oh, that's really, if the story is solid, I'm with it. But like if it's just like, hey, we're just changing this person, we're doing nothing with them, I call that pandering. What they did with Iceman a few years ago.
I think when it comes to that, because the recent one happened with Superman, or rather Superboy, with John Kent. So for me, there's a difference between John Kent and Tim Drake Robin. Right. Tim Drake has been around for how many years? It's been established that he likes Stephanie Brown and all these other characters that he's been involved with in some way or another, right? Mm-hmm. Nothing has said that he's possibly bi. There's been no sort of hint at it before.
Right.
Like, I'm pretty sure I mentioned this in the last one that we did as well. I'm like, if that is what it is, if he's bi, whatever, I don't care. But the writing needs to reflect the progression of his character growth, if that's the situation. If it doesn't, you know what, they've labeled it, whatever. With John Kent, it's different because as far as I know, he's only been around for like 5 years as an established character. He's got time to grow. And also, he's only had one crush, which was a female. And I don't even know if that was like a main continuity story. But the point is, it's new. He's a new character. So him coming out as bi, I just don't care for the news of it because it's not a thing yet. They've said, hey, in this next issue, this character is going to be bi. Okay, great. That's fine. That's inclusive. And it makes sense as he's a new character. You know what? And he's a prominent character, which is what I want. Prominent characters or new characters that don't have anything established about them, right?
Right.
But the fact is, you should have let the readers find out first. Let the issue come out and then say, oh yeah, in this issue, once it's been out for like a couple days, a week, and now it's, hey, John Kent is bi, but now they're doing it to get the sales, which, it's a business. I get it. It's a business, but my personal preference is that you let the story tell it. Don't announce that it's going to happen, because when people read that now, they're going to be waiting for it and they're going to be like, oh, all right, cool, he announced it. Or it's going to be like, oh, I think I might like a guy or whatever. And I'm just like, well, that's not, it doesn't mean anything. And when they have other stories, it feels like they try to be more, I don't know. I
hear what you're saying. I have a problem when they make their sexual orientation be their entire character. It's like they have all these characters say like, oh, we're inclusive, like, but they have other characters they could have just put in the forefront as well. North Star. I love North Star.
With Colossus in the Ultimates?
Ultimates? Yes, he was. You're absolutely correct. And that was really fun. Like, but also go with Iceman. There was an issue like back in the day, like 2003, where North Star had a crush on Iceman and literally tried to shoot his shot, and then like it didn't work out. And then the friend is like, maybe he doesn't know, and North Star like, everybody knows. I'm like, so now when they run, I'm like, oh, these writers really need to do research. There should be like, anytime they do a character Bible, they should just have like,
Mhm.
okay, when one writer ends, they should like, okay, I introduced this, choose one
Just
and
more continuity and stuff like
yeah.
that.
Like
Yeah,
I don't think these writers like read each other's stuff. Like they're just like they just take the job. Like
they
okay,
do at points. Yeah, like I very much agree with you. Like writers often just kind of say, "All right, I have this idea, and I want to get it written out with little care, depending
mhm,
on what they're contracted for and what was done before." Which is why you've got so many different power levels and scalings and
yeah,
whatever, because it's what the story needs at that time. Which is the beauty of comics
sure,
in terms of being compared to manga, because manga is very linear. This is what the story is, and comics are just everywhere, which
yeah,
is great because it gives us the variety that we long for in that context. But then, like, what I like about certain characters, like with Nightcrawler, because he's devout Catholic, right?
right,
So he has issues with gay,
yeah,
which I love as a psychology
right,
because it's I don't read a lot of it, but what I know of it, it's interesting because you have this mutant who is clearly a mutant. He's blue, he can't change his color, he can't change anything, he's got a tail and whatever. He's so vastly different, but he still has a problem with gay people.
yeah,
A story about that, if they haven't done it, would be wonderful because they touch upon it in the comics, but an actual story where it's more about the humans, like, or rather, not the humans, sorry, the human element, the mutant element, whatever, the psychology of Nightcrawler going day to day, dealing with mutant stuff, and then being hated by humans, but he also doesn't like gay, but he accepts it. Like something like that would be wonderful for me.
oh, definitely. I always thought that like, aren't there mutants who are still kind of racist? Like, um, just like, hey, or even have a couple X-Men, like have
Yeah,
like Wolverine, he says something kind of like low-key racist, like, wait, I thought you were a mutant, like doesn't mean I had to like everything. Or
yeah. I think with Wolverine, he is probably the trickiest one to do because he's been shown to just not care about anyone.
yeah.
So, but absolutely, like there are definitely going to be not necessarily racist or whatever it
No, no,
is,
not
but that
racist, like
included.
bias, people with
Um,
prejudice.
absolutely, and I think Wolverine is a great character to show that people can get along, even though Wolverine, throughout how many years he's been alive, has been screwed over many times, but he still finds a way to just get on with people. He just wants to be left alone, but he works well in a team. He just wants to be able to do his own thing, that kind of thing. So I think characters like when you've got say Professor X,
Yeah.
all right, cool. He's that positive side of everything. You've got obviously the other side of Magneto. You've got that side of it. And then you have the other characters who are like, say, more Hellfire Club. They're more like the anti kind of
Right.
X-Men. They're just the business people, whatever, showing these normal mutant people who just don't really care about mutants either.
Yeah.
Because you already know the humans within that world don't.
Yeah.
So showing the other side where mutants are like, yeah, all right, whatever. And then you've got Graydon Creed, who doesn't like mutants, yet his parents are both mutants.
Right.
So I think those kinds of things would be great to show if they haven't done it already, or just do them again, but better.
Yeah, right. Like I've always wanted to see like with Graydon Creed. I'm glad you brought that up. He is a mutant racist, but would it be
Yeah.
really funny to see like he's accepting of everybody else? He's super
Bro, it's
like
great.
he's for BLM, he's for LGBT, right? He's for everything. It's just mutants. That's where his
Mutants,
stance is.
no.
Like,
The moment you're not a human, I don't want you here. And like, all right, cool. Let me like I that's why I like Marvel so much in comparison to DC, because Marvel is about the psychology and relationships between characters, whereas DC is about the superheroics, the that upper echelon, the mythology
right,
of what it means to be super. So
right,
when you look at characters like Batman,
right.
he is a human, but he's the peak of human ability. And his psychology for me is my favorite thing about his character.
Yeah,
Like the writing is good and whatever, yeah, but Batman's psychology, like who is he? Is he Bruce Wayne? Is he Batman? What one bad day and he could be Red Hood, he could be Joker, he could be, you know what, that one thing that turns him and he becomes a villain as opposed to an anti-hero and things of that matter. Like that's what I like about Batman. So when it comes to Marvel, I think that is their shining point. Their characters are people. Whereas with DC, you have characters that are people, but it's not at the forefront, like the way that I want it to be.
Yeah.
Not to take away from DC, of course, because I love DC. I love comics, sure. But you get the point that I make.
Yeah. Like DC superheroes, they're like they know that they're heroes. They know at the end of the day, there's no doubt. Like that's actually something I've really always kind of liked about DC. Heroes, because like they know, like I have no doubt what I'm doing. I'm doing it to help people. There's no ego in it for me. I'm just this is just what I do.
Yeah.
And also Nightwing forever. He should have had 3 movies by now. Okay, can you imagine how funny a Nightwing movie would be?
A Nightwing movie would be really good. Like a Nightwing movie would be amazing for me. There was a Tanner Buchanan. Mm-hmm. He is in Karate Kid. He plays the main guy's kid. Mm-hmm. And they apparently it's been reported that he's in talks about doing a Red Hood movie. And I think he would be a really good Red Hood. And I mess with that. I think if they do a live action version of Under the Red Hood, that would be really good for that. And I think they should get Jensen Ackles to play Batman in that movie because he voiced Red Hood in the movie. And I think he would be really good Batman for that movie.
If they decide to do that. He'd be very age appropriate.
And very age appropriate. I mess with that. But for Nightwing, I don't know, you're going to need some, because they were looking at getting Adam Driver to be Nightwing, or there's some fan casting. It was like, good actor, but does he have the pretty boy face that Nightwing has, that Dick Grayson has? No, he doesn't.
No.
For me,
no, I get it.
I think you need someone with a softer face, but still has a fierceness. I don't know who it could be, but I think that's what it could. Taron Egerton could be good.
Yeah. He'd be good. All right, this is just me. I think Lakeith Stanfield would make a really interesting choice for Robin. Just like he has his own kind of swag to him.
It would have to be a much older Robin, and I think, as you know, I'm a stickler for source comics. Right. So the source needs to be like that. So if you're gonna have a black character, it would make more sense for him to be either Fox, his son Luke. Is it Luke Fox?
I think it's Luke. He's a junior. Yeah, like
or to be the one that is based in Africa, Batwing. I can't remember his actual name, but Batwing would be really good. That could be like a really dope like Black Panther movie. But like, you know, with Batman, and it'd be a mechanical bat because he works more like what's his name, Batman Beyond.
Yeah.
So that would be dope. But yeah, like I don't know, man. Like I just prefer more Marvel because I like the society that they have and how they're all interacting with each other. Whereas what I read of DC doesn't have that, but I also center myself around Batman. So there's that.
Oh, okay. All right. I got a class. Okay. I got a kid. Oh man. Chris Evans.
Yes.
He would make an amazing, like 5 years ago. Like he would. He has a comedy.
If he jumped into, oh, you mean for him as Nightwing?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
No, like he has the comedy for it. Like you could you ever see actually before he got Captain America, he was doing a bunch of like little comedy movies. Like
Losers as well.
Yeah, Losers. Yeah, exactly. Like I could totally see him doing something like that in like.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like, or
it'd be great.
Or like a scene with him and like Nightwing is like watching over Bloodhaven and Batman shows up. He's like, you know, you do that all the time. I know when you're around now. Like it's weird.
Yeah, like Chris Evans definitely has the comedy value because when you look at Not Another Teen Movie, Losers, even with him as Johnny Storm, it was really like he did his job in that movie. It's just a shame about the overall movie. But yeah, Chris Evans is Nightwing. I very much mess with that idea. I mean, even now, if you wanted to do like an older Nightwing, which I don't support, but if you wanted to, he could very well do it. I mean, he's so attached to Captain America now. I don't see it working well because we're going to look at it and say, well, he's clearly Captain America. What's going on here? But just as an actor, definitely, I agree with that.
Yeah, like Chris Evans is great. I don't like just
Chris Jamal Evans.
Jamal?
That's what the internet calls him. He's allowed to the cookout. That's what
God.
it is. Yeah.
No, he's not Chris Evans anymore. It's CJ. Like, oh man, that's CJ. Like, man,
Yep.
like I'm rocking with everybody's rocking with me. And CJ.
Exactly. That's exactly what it is. Definitely.
Oh man, I always thought Batman would make a really cool, like, just Arkham Knights would make a really cool show. Just a really cool show. I mean, just
so like basically have like a family drama type comedy type thing, but with the Arkham family, the Bat family. Yeah, I mess with that.
Like it always ends with them having dinner. Like that's something Alfred does. Like you all
like family
dinner,
matters.
Like you all have dinner before you go out. Okay.
Yeah.
Like this may be the last time I see any of you, Jason.
So I think like if they decided to do a Harley Quinn show, but with the Bat family, that could be really good. Because I've only seen the first season of Harley Quinn. The second season apparently is really good. Have you seen the first season of Harley Quinn?
I've seen both seasons, and like it's okay. I really like it, but like you saw the whole Harley Poison Ivy thing coming a mile away.
That was wonderful.
It's just like, yeah, that's cool.
I like that they showed that in the first season, because in the comic, like that changed. I was very much with that change because they were very good friends before, and there was hints before. There was that.
Yeah,
you guys seemed really friendly, and it made sense. That adaptation to show, because Harley Quinn is the type of person that or at least she needs someone to depend on and someone to look after and tell her the direction she needs to go. As independent as she is, she's craving of some form of leadership. That's my take on her throughout the stuff that I've seen. I might be wrong, but
no. Wait till you see it. Just the way they got together, and then they kind of like the way they got together is kind of scummy, but then like they kind of like gloss over it, like, hey, they're in love. It doesn't matter who they hurt in the meantime.
but like
it's good.
Yeah, that I definitely messed with in the comics. I really enjoyed their relationship becoming together. It was really good. When I watched season 2 of Harley Quinn, I'll look at it. But I enjoyed the first season very, very much. It's funny. It doesn't take itself too seriously, and it definitely pokes holes at just superheroes overall.
Right.
And it's very enjoyable.
Yeah. What I also like, what I do. All right. I'm talking all my criticism. I do like the show. I like the fact that they kind of show the difference between like super villains and like regular villains. Like Harley, like to quote The Simpsons, like Harley Quinn's a petty thug, whereas like the big brain guy, he's a
super villain. Yeah, absolutely. I like that.
It's like she was like, "You're turning me into a criminal when all I wanted to be was a petty thug."
That is true, though. I like that there are levels, just the same way there's levels of being a superhero. Your street level, like Spider-Man, is technically street level, but he is not street level.
No.
Or at least Peter Parker isn't anyway. I don't consider him street level anymore. But like Luke Cage, Luke Cage is definitely street level. But characters like Iron Fist, who are street level but shouldn't be street level for the power set that he has, and he does a lot of stuff that aren't street level as well. But I mess with that. But you had some questions for X-Men before we continue going on about completely different.
Hey man, we're just chopping it up. You know, we X-Men is just the catalyst. We're like, you know, like it's like the appetizer. Then we can have a conversation.
True. I'm here for it. I'm here for all of it.
I think you would like X-Force this week. It's probably like the better of like out of.
So you get the single issues, right?
Yeah.
Sorry, go on.
I collect the single issues. It's for the channel. Like I can't get them digitally, but like I like going to the comic book store and like picking them up because I don't like. I have the same love for comics the way like people who love vinyl, like they want to support their local shops, even though they're barely breaking even. He's like, you know what? I'm helping out.
True. So I'm pretty sure I mentioned this before on the last time. I have Marvel Unlimited.
Right.
which I truly love. Like, I don't use it half as much as I should, for the fact that I'm paying for it, but it's amazing. So that I was reading Absolute Carnage,
Yeah.
and I was really enjoying reading that because it was right now I'm reading the Eddie Brock part.
Yeah.
And about his possible son, which is really interesting. But he's pretending it's his little brother, which is great. And I'm pretty sure later on it gets explored, but they don't upload as soon as the new issues come out and whatever. So it tends to be like 6 months behind or a couple months behind.
That's rough.
Which I'm fine with, because I'm like, you know what? I can catch up on other stuff. There is a plethora of comics for me to read. Old X-Men, new X-Men, Spider-Man, Peter, Miles, Silk,
I love Silk.
Gwen, all the spiders, all the totems that I can read.
All the spiders.
I can read them if I want to. So, and I can read up on Captain America if I want to, or whatever. So it's literally from back in the day, 60s, up until now.
6 months ago.
6 months ago.
So right now they'll be like almost to the gala, not there
Probably.
yet.
I mean, I can have a look to see, but you know what the problem is? Because again, with X-Men, you don't know what the latest time is. So you were doing a TikTok where the timeline is explained.
Yeah.
And I'm interested. Have you posted that yet?
I the first one, yes. I'm still working on the second one.
I'm going to check that out.
I'm telling you, Chris Claremont's run is not as long as you think in their timeline. I swear it'll blow your mind.
So the latest, I would say, in the timeline of X-Men that I've read is the Champions.
Yes.
Even though I know he goes back, as in Cyclops goes back to his original timeline.
Right.
But I also see the Champions during a fight, and I think it was a crossover with Monsters, maybe. There was an event that was going on, which would have been a while ago at this point anyway. And she meets older Cyclops, and because it's the time-spaced one grown up,
right.
The furthest they've gone, and he's like, "Oh, how did you know it was me?" He's like, "I wouldn't forget that moment." Blah 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 blah. And that was interesting. Like the comics that I've kept to date with was Champions, because despite how people feel about Champions, I really like it.
Champions is so good. You like, they're idealistic. They're not like the Avengers. They're not like they're just like, hey,
they're a good solid team.
Yeah, they're like a DC team. They're really like a no, because they just want to be heroes.
In that aspect, yeah, absolutely. Like, I think the writing is definitely very much Marvel, but their ideology is very Teen Titans, I would say. And the problem that they have is that there's no consistency in their characters, except for Miles, Kamala, and Ryder, not Ryder, Sam. Alexander. Sam. Yeah, well, he's Kid Nova. And that's Kid Nova has been a very interesting journey, because I read that from the beginning. Because I started reading Nova from Conquest. I think it was Conquest, with Thanos and everything like that. Okay. And then reading from there up until whatever, I think to do with the Guardians when they got involved. Right. And they were on on Nowhere with Cosmo, and they made the new team with Drax in there and all that kind of stuff. That was interesting. And then I started reading Kid Nova, and then kind of crossed over with Nova, and it was just really interesting. And then reading that. Are you up to date with Nova at all?
I'm kind of like, I'm up to like the gala. Like he doesn't like
as in Kid Nova.
No, not Kid Nova, but like, okay. I like the Champions. I just don't like Nova. Just like Richard Rider, because he's such a no, wait, who was the one who found the Phoenix in AVX? Is that Sam?
Kid Nova.
Yeah, that's the one I'm talking. I don't like Richard Rider either, because he likes to like, he thinks that he knows everything. Like, he tried to start a fight with Magneto. It's like, I'm sick of working with all these villains. I'm like,
but he would actually beat Magneto though.
Yeah,
because of his powers, he would beat him.
No, I totally get that. But I'm just saying, if I was with Magneto, I'd be like, no, hold up, no, square up, like you are not too old to get your ass whooped. I will give you that ass whoop. Like, no, Mac, no.
Wait, do you mean Kid Nova or Nova? Sorry,
Nova, I think like Ryder.
Okay, because Nova, Kid Nova maybe not as much because of his skills, but his power, yeah.
He gets
Like
a pass. It's a kid.
yeah, he gets a pass. I get what you mean. He's very cocky, but in terms of think about it, like when you look at Nova, he is very much the last of his kind in that aspect. Like in terms of his origins, because that's what happened. So, and that was very interesting that he was basically going crazy at one point in the story because he was the last one. He was holding the world mind, I think it was called, in his head, and whatever. And that was really cool. And when he started to rebuild, and then with Kid Nova, it was interesting because, and it's something that kind of annoys me with Kid Nova is that he's also part Hispanic as well.
Right.
But you only see a lot of that at the beginning. But also at the same time, the only Spanish person he can speak to is his mom. And when he's dealing with Miles, and I think he rarely does it because I don't think Miles in the Champions speaks a lot of Spanish. No. He does in his own comics with his mom, and he does a little bit in the new Ultimates.
Right.
So when the Ultimate World was still a thing. But with Kid Nova, I like his story because he has the Black Nova helmet because his dad was a Black Nova. And that power is very interesting and how that works and how he deals with it. And him losing the helmet in the Champions was interesting, and how he felt like he was worthless to the group because he no longer had powers. That was very interesting. And with basically Miles, Kamala, and Sam are basically the leaders of that group once Cyclops leaves, to go back to his normal time. And that is just very interesting to see how they do that. But as I was saying, the issue with Champions is that they don't have any consistent characters. Like you weren't able to really get used to them because Amadeus Cho went from totally awesome Hulk to just being Brawn, and he wasn't as interesting to me anymore.
Right.
Cyclops eventually, like that original team was really interesting.
Right.
And I don't like the design of Riri Williams' suit. It just looks all over the place. There's a lot of things I don't like, but overall, mainly because Miles is there is why I'm staying. But I do enjoy Champions overall as just a journey to go on.
Right.
I suggest anyone should read it.
No, I like the Champions. I saw you commenting on my Kamala, like which Marvel character am I embarrassed that I like? Kamala Khan is because the world's gonna punch her right in the teeth. It's gonna do it. It's coming.
That's why you should be proud to like her.
No, I'm like no, don't get punched in the teeth. Just be a little cynical, just a little bit. It's
Kamala is wonderful.
She is wonderful.
She's cynical. She is cynical in terms of, like, especially reading Champions, that she's a little cynical, but she's always optimistic in what she wants to deliver to the world.
Right.
Because she knows that the world is messed up. She knows that the Avengers don't care. She knows that the X-Men are dealing with their own stuff. She knows a lot of these things, but that's the whole point of the Champions. The Champions are not meant to be this fantastical superhero team. They're teenagers that are trying. And when they did the whole Kamala Khan storyline, where because she died or thought she died or something like that, they had that whole thing where teenage superheroes are outlawed. That was really interesting.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
Kamala's Law, like that was great because she was a teenager and she was just trying to do what heroes do. I can't remember if she died or whatever, but she happened, and that was really good.
See, I always wanted, like, I always thought that anytime Marvel would try to impose like a superhero restriction on like anybody,
doesn't work out.
Yeah, it doesn't work out, and two, like a lot of their big name heroes started out from that. So it's like, hey, you're gonna outlaw teenage heroes. Spider-Man, he was 15.
Yeah.
Statutory.
Yeah.
No,
Miles was a big part of that because he, as a champion, that's his whole thing, is being a good superhero. Yeah. And he dealt a lot with that in his own run for comics as well. And he was dealing with another one I think she's called Falcon. Yeah. She's got wings that came from her dad. That's actually a villain. But whatever the situation, I think it might be related to Vulture, maybe.
Yeah. That sounds good.
And that was interesting to see. And then they eventually got rid of the Law. But like, yeah, things like that ricochet from the center story outwards and stuff like that. So when you have this teenage Law, it's like, all right, when Peter's talking to Miles, is like, yeah, I was 15 when I started. And Miles was like 14, 15 when he started as well. So like they can relate to that. And Peter has never, as a teenager, was never accepted as a superhero in society. Maybe as the heroes accepted him, but the community, because of J. Jonah, didn't accept him. New York liked him a lot, but there was still that other side.
Right.
So he's used to, not to say it's the same thing, not being liked. Same with the X-Men are used to not being liked in that context, but for completely different reasons.
Yeah, absolutely.
One is media control, the other one is just fear mongering.
Yeah, and I always thought that was really weird with the X-Men. Like, humanity doesn't like the X-Men because they're mutants. Okay, I understand that, because you can't control their because they can't control their powers. It's very unpredictable. Like, I remember this one issue of Ultimates where this teenage boy, he accidentally killed his entire town because his powers manifested.
Okay.
He wiped, because he,
as an old Ultimates, because I only read
old Ultimate. Yeah.
I only read it from when Miles came into the story.
Oh, okay. All right. Oh yeah. All right. It was a one shot. Fury had sent Wolverine to like find the mutant who was responsible for killing his entire town, and it wasn't his fault. Like, his body just emits like a deadly virus.
Going through puberty,
right?
That's all it is.
And the kid was like, I was supposed to graduate next year. I was gonna go like road trip with my friends, and Wolverine, he took him out. Like,
he is the best at what he does.
Yeah, which one though? Because he's a drunk. He's an amnesia.
He's the best at what he does.
I still say, like, before he lost his memories, he was Ricky Spanish. He was just a jerk. That's why Omega Red, all of them hate him. Because
why would you hate a Canadian? Like, what's going on with that?
Nickelback.
I do not deal with talking bad about Nickelback. I don't. The
second album was fire. Okay, the second album.
I am a fan of Nickelback, and I will not respect any disparaging talk about the Canadians of that manner in that way.
All right, statement retracted. All right, let's go.
You don't have to retract it. I respect your opinion.
Ryan Adams.
He made when we're together. Not when we're together. We're in heaven.
Celine Dion.
No, we don't talk about Celine Dion. We don't do that. You can talk about Justin Bieber.
Okay, I mean, I respect Bieber, kind of. I mean,
I don't actually dislike Bieber, right? I didn't like him at one point because the song "Baby" was really annoying. And "Boyfriend" was kind of annoying as well. But I understood that he was a good singer.
Yeah.
And he was good at following dance routines. I wouldn't call him a good dancer, but definitely dance routines. And I think since he did his comeback with Worth It, I believe, with Chance the Rapper, and that was when he kind of, basically after he had a long break, he kind of changed what he was doing overall. And he kind of, he matured. He was a different person. I really messed with that, and he's been good. I don't listen to his music like that. I listened to the album The Purpose, I think.
One good song. There's like one good song to me. And one song with Chance the Rapper. I was like, that's it.
That's Worth It or Earned It or something like that.
Like earned something he earned.
It was very, very, very old. And that was cool. But yeah, like there's a lot of songs or a number of songs that he's made. I'm like, all right, cool. Yeah, that's fine. But he's not he recently released an album and it showed up on my Spotify. I was like,
This algorithm doesn't know me.
The algorithm knows that I've listened to Bieber before, because the last album he did was like 2-3 years ago, whatever it was.
Yeah.
And there's this one song called Yummy.
Oh yeah, I know. Yeah.
I mess with that song.
It's a good song. It's
really good.
I'm
very
like,
catchy.
And then when you read the lyrics, you're like,
he's not talking about a lot, but like,
yeah, he's not. But like
I enjoy it.
I was like, you a nasty boy. Like I like his style though. I like his style.
Yeah, I didn't like the video though. I was like, there could have been so much more done with the video, and I was like, the pink hair didn't work for me, whatever. But like I said, he's just not for me. Right. But I appreciate the music he does because a lot of people like what he does, and that's cool. But whatever.
You know who I really kind of mess with low key? Demi Lovato. She makes some bangers.
Didn't she get in trouble recently, or did she come out as non-binary recently, or something?
I like she was.
I mean, not that it matters.
No, not that it matters. I heard that last I heard, like she came out with that documentary where she said she was a drug user, and like here's the thing.
something happened.
Here's the thing. She always comes out saying, "Oh, I was doing a bunch of drugs." Like last, I'm like, and now she's like, "Oh, I was on drugs." Now I'm like, "You're a drug, you're an addict. You do drugs. It's fine. I'm
Run
not
with it.
judging you. They will judge you, but I'm not going to judge you. You can lie to."
Demi has a song with Louis Fontaine. I think Louis, is that his name? Whatever. The guy that sang Despacito.
Right.
Has a song with him. That's cool. And there's been a couple other Demi songs. But again, I've never listened to her.
All right, Confident. That just made me think.
That's the song, Confident by Justin Bieber.
Yeah,
she's confident. That's what the song is.
Right,
Not worth it or whatever.
Oh, that was she.
That's what
Demi Lovato also had a song called Confident. All right.
Yeah.
Confident for Justin Bieber is just like the beat is like you just want to just move your shoulders. And like Demi Lovato, it just made me think of like I was writing a New Mutant script and like I was just trying to come up with like just music or who would listen.
Yeah.
And like Demi Lovato came out like, okay.
I'll have to check it out. I'll look at it. I'll check it out. I'm a fan of all kinds of music from anything. Like when I'm doing the stream, I listen to a lot of Studio Ghibli jazz cafe music, which is good. But like anything is there, like if it's good, it's good. I don't care what it is. It just needs to be good.
Right. I take inspiration from a bunch of places. Like I saw Cruella not too long ago.
Good movie.
Great movie. I love when movies have like good music in it, and so like it made me get the music in it. I'm like, okay, I think
it was very fitting for its time. Yeah, like or the time that was setting, there was a lot of good choices for the music.
I was like, man, I'm gonna start listening to French pop music from the 60s. Like
there's a lot of good tunes. There's a lot of good tunes. Like I recently started listening. So I was trying to find more chilled music for the stream.
Yeah.
While on stream. And I was trying to find something German, because Studio Ghibli isn't German, and I was listening to other I still listened to the Genshin Impact soundtrack. Never played the game, but someone said, put on the soundtrack. I was like, cool, and it was good, and other Japanese stuff as well. I tried to find Spanish stuff, but a lot of the stuff, I haven't listened to it yet, but the German stuff just had a lot of words, and I just wanted sounds. And I didn't want to just listen to either classical music or like, Oktoberfest Lederhosen music kind of thing. I just, because that's not the vibe I'm going for. So, but I did find some other songs that were in German that were really good. Like more hip hop, like chill hip hop type stuff, like maybe lo-fi, but also like other stuff as well. It was really good. Really good.
All right. When it comes, just a little bit X-Men. I was thinking, I always thought, wouldn't it be really crazy because Xavier's a telepath? He's always reading people's minds. Yeah. Imagine he goes to sleep and the students are, how teenagers are, they listen to music when they go to bed. And like, what if he's just picking up songs from the like all of a sudden you hear like Xavier's like he's humming like he's like
Hard in the Pain.
Yeah, or Backseat Freestyle, like all my life, like what the hell is that? Where did that even come from?
My mind or die. Yeah, no.
It'd be so.
That would be really good if they did that, like in the comics, because I remember reading a comic with Deadpool where he was rapping what he was doing to a Mobb Deep song. So it was like talking, but it said in the form of this song with Mobb Deep. I was like, that's very interesting. I can't remember. I read this when I had Comixology when it had just come out.
Okay.
And it was the free ones that they had on there. I can't even remember. It may not even be Mobb Deep, but it was a rap song, definitely. It could have been a pop rap song or whatever, but I remember I was like, interesting. And because I know I didn't know the song, otherwise I definitely would remember. But I was like, I like the way that they've done this. This is interesting and it fits very well with Deadpool, and I'm here for it.
I was watching the Wu-Tang Clan show.
Okay.
Yeah, and I started thinking about the New Mutants. I'm like, man, there's 9 members of the Wu-Tang Clan. There are 9 members of the New Mutants. Who would be
who's assigned to? Yeah.
Oh man, let me tell you, I went through it, and man, Ghost of Raekwon, Sam, Cannonball, and Sunspot all day, just like But the Method Man, Cypher.
Yeah, I can dig that.
Okay.
I remember I was putting the Avengers, and I believe I did the Justice League as well into Hogwarts houses.
Nice.
So I did that because it's it's very interesting. I like crossing over things like that. It's always fun. But yeah. Sorry, you're gonna continue with the rest
No,
of the
no, 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 no. It's fine. It's fine. It's just like the new like I love trying to infuse rap with like okay. I really think there's a lot of stuff you can infuse like with the mutant community with rappers because honestly, I can see. Come on, you're gonna sit there and tell me that Magneto would not put on a Rick Ross song while he's doing something just to get himself pumped up.
I don't think it would be Rick Ross. Definitely wouldn't be Rick Ross. Like,
hey, he loves that beat. He'll love.
I think he's more likely to listen to Joey Badass.
Kanye West, early Kanye, like Power Kanye, like My Dark and Twisted
Power. Yeah, I think Power. I think certain songs by Kanye he would do.
Monster.
But I think Joey Badass as a whole artist and what he tries to represent, I think would be the more nice militant side of him. But then he'd also listen to Tupac as well. I think those two would be who Magneto listens to.
I know, like it'd be really funny to go through Magneto's like
his vinyl.
Really badass. It's like he like I like his style. Like he's
I respect what he stands for.
Right.
I mean, he's a human, but yes, he makes good music.
Though. Like hey, when we take over the world, he's okay.
He's coming to the mutant cookout.
Xavier, I could really see him listening to like he wouldn't tell anybody, but he'd be a huge J. Cole fan.
Oh, definitely. Because J. Cole is very much on that, live your life vibe, but just accept me as I am.
Exactly.
And I think that's definitely what that would be. I very much agree with that. Like, I don't know, like,
No, but he wouldn't tell anybody about it because like he wouldn't know where it came from. Because like it'd be like
he's in the dream world.
He's like, I don't know who, like, because like I would say the New Mutants would be listening to it, but he doesn't know which one. And like
I just heard this song. Get off my dick.
Right? Like he's like, I always tell Mystique that all the time. Get off my
I think Cyclops would definitely listen to Kendrick Lamar. Like I think that's much more his vibe.
I'll tell you the album he would listen to.
To Pimp a Butterfly and Section 80.
Exactly. It's so simple.
Yeah. Because that's the most friendly militant album that you've got. And Section 80 is very much just about like growing up broke and poor and just trying to get on with your life. So those two albums, I think after To Pimp a Butterfly, he wouldn't care about Kendrick anymore though.
I don't know. I think he would like Damn.
But Cyclops, I don't think Cyclops would.
Oh yeah, Cyclops. Oh yeah.
After that, he listened to a couple songs from not Born Sinner. Sorry, what's the one after To Pimp a Butterfly? Good Kid.
Yeah, no.
Good Kid was before.
No, Damn. It was Damn.
Yeah, Damn. Yeah, so I think Section 80 and To Pimp a Butterfly, and he'd like some songs from Good Kid because he'd be able to relate to it.
I wonder who would get into it.
Sorry.
I wonder who would get it. Who he's like, hey, Scott.
Cyclops grew up listening to it. Scott was there. He's ready. He was already ready. He's like, oh yeah, that's what he was listening to.
Oh, also,
he was that hipster kid.
Also,
I was listening before it was cool.
Cyclops would be a secret Tribe Called Quest fan. He would never tell anybody.
Nah, he would definitely tell everyone because he's the hipster kid. He would tell in terms of rap, he would tell everyone. I listen to Tribe. I like Five Talk. I like Q-Tip. I mess with all of it.
He knows all of them by name.
He knows all of them. So that's Cyclops in this urban world of New York or whatever. He'd be like, yes, I listen to these people. He would be like, he'd be like Bubba Sparks. He just accepted by everyone.
Yeah, I like that.
I think that'd be good.
That would Iceman. I think SZA.
Iceman would listen to Vanilla Ice, ironically.
Okay,
because he's a funny comedic guy. It's like he will play it and dance along, but he knows what that song really is, it's a wonderful song. Do not ever let anyone tell you that it's not, but it's still trash. Wonderful song, but trash.
I can really see him dance like when they were young, when the original Five were younger.
Like him as in X-Men Evolution, absolutely. He's there.
and you know, the only person who actually said that was Gene, like, so he's a moron, and B's like, yeah, basically, he's a moron.
Absolutely, it's wonderful. Like I can definitely see him doing that, but he definitely listened to a lot of pop. He definitely listened to a lot of pop music. He would like that kind of just fun loving party stuff. He would listen to Biggie and stuff like that.
Yeah, okay.
He listened to Drake as well. He listens to the fun top 40 of music.
Right.
But then he has his moments where he listens to another artist and he's just chilled. He just like wants to relax on his days off. So he would like listen to like Mobb Deep when he's just not feeling himself. He was like, yeah, let me listen to this. He would like listen to 50 Cent, and then he'd be like, I need something a bit harder right now. I need to listen to like Immortal Technique. That's what he would do. He's that end of the spectrum, one here and the other one there.
Bishop
listens to everything because he's a man out of time.
Because it's all oldies to him.
Exactly. He listens to freaking Sam Cooke.
Yeah.
But then next moment he's listening to like the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers theme, that kind of thing. Like he will move everywhere because everything is everything to him. He listens to Lauryn Hill now that I've said everything is everything.
Oh my, yeah. Oh,
nothing's wrong with Lauryn, but he would love Lauryn.
No, that's why he got that's why he got the locks. That totally makes sense. Like
that's what he's doing.
Like he loved the Fugees, but like he wasn't a fan of Wyclef Jean because he thought it's like
Wyclef was his favorite, and he's like Lauryn Hill's album is much better, so I don't like Wyclef.
Yeah, right.
That's what happened.
But he has a soft spot for Pras because nobody likes Pras.
No one cares about him, even though he had arguably one of the best songs to come out after that time with Ghetto Superstar.
Right. I mean, hey,
I do think he was probably the weakest rapper in the group, to be fair.
Yeah, there's always
there's the one other guy as well that no one, I think, was there the one other guy? There was 4 of them, no? Or is it just 3? I don't remember. I might be wrong. I might be adding someone else in my head.
Oh, who do you think? Oh, out of the Fugees?
Yeah, because there's Wyclef, Lauryn, and Pras. Was that?
Yeah, just 3.
In my head, there's one more. I'm probably wrong. Not
the
probably.
Producer.
I am wrong. But yeah, like I that's why I think Bishop listens to the majority of the time, and he's just busy listening to that thing whenever he's out, because no one's around.
Colossus
listens to Queen.
Yeah, that makes sense.
He listens to Queen, Freddie Mercury, especially in the Ultimate Universe.
Especially
there, because that's a big representation. But even in just the normal world, or Earth 616, he listens to Queen because he just respects what they do.
Yeah, I get that.
He's about good work.
Also, I think he would no, he wouldn't. I was gonna say he would like Busta Rhymes, like early Busta Rhymes, just when he's painting. Like he just likes the like the vibes.
Deadpool listens to Busta Rhymes.
Yeah.
But he also listens to Celine Dion and Cher as well.
Countryman.
and he listens to a bunch of banjo music as well.
He
listens to bluegrass. He listens Mumford and Sons. You know, he is there, but when it comes to rap specifically, Busta Rhymes and Eminem are his favorites.
Yeah. Okay.
And Tech Nine.
Okay. Magic. I got the perfect one. ODB.
Magic with ODB.
Just crazy.
That is the low key one where she doesn't tell people, but if people find out, she's all in. But she doesn't tell people. Like
she'll say like she'll come into like shimmy shimmy ya. Like what? What's that?
Nothing. Didn't say anything.
Like what?
Yeah, that's definitely what it is. I very much think that's the situation with Magic.
And you know, Cypher would be like, "Wait a second, was that ODB? No, I don't. What is that?
I'm telling your brother."
It's like
that's basically what it would be.
Saying, don't ever tell anybody else. I will kill you, Doug.
I will put you in that dimension. I don't care what your eyes can do.
Like what?
This is mine.
Oh, okay. Nightcrawler
has to listen to Rammstein. Has to, whether he wants to or not. That's what it's going to be. I don't even have a reason for that, apart from them both being German. That's my only reason for that. But if we're looking at rap, what would he listen to? I think
early Kanye. Jesus Walks Kanye.
I think he would appreciate Jesus Walks, but he wouldn't listen to it because of how devout Catholic he is.
Right. Yeah.
So I think he'd feel like, I get what you're doing, Kanye, but I do not appreciate it. I think that's what it would be.
It's like, you know what? The Catholic Church doesn't appreciate your tail, but nobody say anything about that. You're not
pretty much. Who would it be? Who would Nightcrawler really be able to listen to out of the rap world? I think he would appreciate Eminem's skill, but he wouldn't like.
Yeah, because
I think there's that.
He would really appreciate it because the relationship between Eminem and his mother. He was like, I feel you. Like cleaning out my closet would be like, anytime. Yeah. Okay,
he'd have individual songs that he picks.
Anytime he speaks of Mystique afterwards, he would teleport in his room, put on his like she loves me. She loves me.
You don't understand. I think Asher Roth might be a good look, but I don't listen to enough Asher to say that as a definite.
Young him would have younger.
Okay. I think he'd like Section 80 Kendrick.
Yeah.
But who doesn't like Section 80 Kendrick? The Avengers. I don't know,
like Captain America would get it. Like he's like, I pray my dick gets big as the Eiffel Tower. What does that even mean?
No, that's Good Kid. That's Good Kid.
Right.
Section 80 is fucker ethnicity and stuff like that.
Oh, right. He said fuck
high
the mother.
Power.
Or Tammy's song, like fuck the mother when she's down. What I can't even say this.
I can't sing the words of this song.
But Wasp is right there. Wasp on his side. Like, oh yeah, I'm like, hey, with him, sometimes I felt the same way. I was so close to calling Wanda. No. I said no.
But I didn't.
I could have though. But I didn't.
Nightcrawler would like that.
Yeah. He would,
because it's just having fun and when he lets loose. But I still don't know what rapper he would really I think it would have to be like an 80s rapper like KRS-One or something like that.
I think you like LL Cool J.
Yeah, I think that would be low key.
Yeah, like he would listen to Bad. Mama Said Knock You Out, which ironically.
Yeah. That's definitely more rogue, young rogue. Mama Said Knock You Out.
He would like Wale.
Yeah. Definitely. I think he would like that. I think he would also be a fan of Joey Badass as well. I know I've just recently started listening to a lot of Joey Badass, so he's on my mind.
He's good.
So he's good.
Emma Frost, Pusha T.
Absolutely. She's literally singing that I'm your Pusha.
Right.
No, and she only likes clips because of Pusha. She does not like Malice.
Right. She's like she's in a car, she's like grinding. What? What's
I'm icy right now. That's what she's gonna be saying.
It's like Mr. Me Too.
That all right. Before we go back into actual X-Men stuff,
right?
Mr. Me Too is an amazing song.
It really is.
The beat, the rhymes from Pharrell, Pusha, and Malice, and the video.
Oh, I love the video.
Oh, the video is wonderful. Yeah, it's great. But yeah, sorry. We
I'll throw something else. I remember when that video first came out and everybody
on
said
BET or the box.
Oh, yeah.
MTV.
When it was good. And everybody and the rap world was saying oh, this is a Lil Wayne diss. And makes sense. But the clips are great. Pusha T is amazing. Oh, and also Emma's favorite song would be Mercy.
Lamborghini. Yeah, definitely. 100%. There's no doubt about it. Or Don't Like.
Oh, yeah.
Well, those two are tied number one for her because Emma don't like a lot of things. If it's not Scott, she don't care.
Yeah, she would like Jean Grey. That's that shit I don't like. her redheaded daughter. That's that shit I don't like.
Yeah, absolutely, 100%. That's exactly what it is.
Where do you find all this rap? Hey, I'm in the streets. She
belongs to the streets.
You're in the streets. I got people in the streets. What streets?
On the corner.
Emma, you don't even know what the streets are.
Emma's there. She knows. She's ready. She's from Hellfire, man. She knows about the streets.
Yeah, but I feel like with Emma, she's she always cuts people down, but there's one line that you could really
throw. He listens to a lot of Kanye.
Oh yeah, that too. In order to hurt Emma's feelings, you have to say, I refuse to speak to a side chick. And just walk away. Because the other X-Men be like,
damn.
It's true.
Looking like super hot fire.
Like, Gene be like, I'm glad somebody said it.
It's about damn time.
It's like,
Gene listens to Taylor Swift a lot.
You know what? Also, I think she's a secret trap music fan. She and Storm 100%. Like Outkast. They love Outkast.
Storm loves Outkast like no other, but she's also a big fan of the Tribe Called Quest.
Oh, definitely. Like, okay, Storm got Gene into a lot of stuff. Like, I envision them being in the car, like rolling something up and like listening to Outkast, like talking about their love life. Like,
listen to Spodioti Dopalicious.
It's like Forge is really messing up. Like, he's messing up. Like, girl, men in general are messing up.
Let's put on some of this Missy Elliott.
Right? Oh, yes. Like, Gene would appreciate Missy Elliott, but
Kitty Pryde loves Missy Elliott.
Yeah. Also, Nightcrawler too. I think he would just appreciate her, like her.
He'd appreciate the randomness.
Yeah, he's like, you know what? I'm not gonna lie. Get your freak on.
I don't approve of this message, but it goes well.
It's like Kitty got Kurt into it, like got him into Hot Boys.
That's good. I mess with it.
I could see a bunch of them doing TikToks to Missy. Like,
Kitty would definitely be doing that. At least like Evolution Kitty would.
Yeah.
Kitty and Ultimates for sure would definitely be doing it. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Miles loves Nas.
Oh, yeah. Oh.
There's
Magneto would like Nas too.
Who?
Magneto.
Magneto would like Nas. He would definitely like older Nas. He would like Illmatic and stuff like that.
He would love that song. Who shot like
Shut it. Made you look. Like, made you look. You slave to a page in my rhyme.
And he would like,
I did shoot you with my magnets. Yes,
right.
I did.
No. Like, actually, he would make. Oh my! I could really see Magneto getting Nas. Like, I want you to make a diss song against Dr. Doom. What? Like, no. He talking trash, man. Like he always talking about me. He's like, and I can't rap, so I want you. You're my favorite rapper. Like,
yeah.
Oh. And then they just Ether 2 magnetic edition. We see you nerd. You green.
The attraction is reversed.
Nobody wants
I'm full of terrible puns.
Right?
That's all I live for in life is just terrible puns.
It's fun, man. Like, I just want to see more pettiness in the Marvel universe. I want to see
fun pettiness would be great.
Right. I want to see the Fantastic Four trash talk the Avengers. Like,
yeah.
It's like I don't know, like Sue Storm talks about Tony Stark, like, hey, did you catch Tony Stark? He was good. Like,
I love when they do that, when things are like, oh yeah, that happened. And again, it happens a lot in Miles Morales stuff like that, because he is connected to the world. So when things are happening, he makes references, and it's wonderful. So I like when they show, oh yeah, you guys are making fun of people. Okay, all right, I see you guys.
Like, let's roast. Cool. Let's really roast. Like, I want to see the Avengers talk about the X-Men. Like, did anyone?
And a war doesn't happen.
Yes. Like they say, hey, did anyone catch Logan and Jean kind of look at? Yes. I'm like,
yes.
Yeah, like the entire superhero community knows about it. Like does Scott know? I think he
might. I don't know, but we'll see.
Like, and then you get like Mr. Fantastic saying like, they're super sloppy. Why would you let your side chick on the team? That's why.
Why would you do that?
Like, that's why Mrs. Fantastic is off the planet. Duh.
Area codes, bro.
Yeah.
Galaxy sectors. Know what you're doing.
Okay. Gambit would love Ludacris just for fun.
Absolutely. But he would like Lil Wayne more because they share a hometown.
Oh, Currency too. Like, also Britney Spears
and Juvenile. Yeah. But Gambit would definitely like Britney Spears, and he would not be ashamed of it.
Toxic. He would love. He like
absolutely
toxic, womanizing.
Gambit is the most toxic person ever. But he's
whoa. Okay, all right. In
terms of that, he is.
Okay. Well, I mean,
but he's also not because it's just the one person. He's toxic to himself.
Yeah, all right. If we want to talk about toxic, let's go with Namor. Namor would listen to G-Eazy.
G-Eazy, he definitely would listen to G-Eazy and know
Like,
every word and all of his features and everything. Yeah, definitely. No doubt.
I was listening to the song he came out with at Will.
But he would also listen to Kendrick.
Oh
100%.
Yeah, he would think like he would love loyalty. No, he would understand fear.
Yeah, his albums would be To Pimp a Butterfly,
Yeah,
and Down.
Yeah,
those are his top albums.
He wouldn't understand Lust. He wouldn't understand.
Element is his favorite song.
Right.
Element is his favorite song because he comes to Earth. It's like, well, I'm gonna have to put you in your place. I'm gonna slap you, and it's gonna be sexy. That's all it's gonna be. Like, I think that's how he walks. He walks around with Element energy. That's what he does.
Yeah, but
he's Black Air Force energy.
But I swear, if I was in that, I would just do like a running club punch, like to Namor. Like he wouldn't know what was going on. Like he's on the ground, I'm in the car. Namor's trying to figure out what just happened.
That's a drive-by,
right? That's a real drive-by. Be like, bitch. Because you gotta throw bitch into it because like you remember.
You're gonna need to be moving real fast because Namor is moving quick even on that. He runs fast. So
that I already thought about that. Get Emma. Tell her what you want to do, and she'd be like,
I got you.
I got you. He ain't gonna know. And then it's like accept the treaty, fish boy, and just leave.
It's training day.
Right. And you just got served. Sushi. Like, just
wow.
No, really go at. See, with Namor, I feel like you have to do two things because
confuse him and
you gotta
anger him,
confuse and ignore him. Like
that works
with Krakoa. Just say, okay, we don't need you, and you
don't need me.
It's like
I'm putting cases on all of you guys.
First of all, we have amnesty, so you can like swim your little Finding Nemo ass away. But I mean, just get disrespectful. Like the only reason why, like, you have all the water. Ooh, we have a planet.
I mean, having all the water is really good though.
Yeah, but like, or you say like
he can actually ruin every human's life.
True, but he hasn't. He talks all the trash. He's like, I am king of the ocean floor.
He just wants to be accepted and recognized. That's all he wants.
It's like Namor. Who cares? Like
he may actually have been my favorite when he got taken over. Not taken over when he had the Phoenix Force. He may have been my favorite of the Phoenix Five.
He went crazy so fast.
Because bro, he was like, "What? Wakanda? Okay."
And I still think that Cyclops did nothing wrong, because Cyclops didn't tell Namor where the Avengers were hiding. Emma told them where they were hiding.
Because Emma is a bitch, but she's wonderful.
Yeah. And like, who was the one who was making the other mutants look at her like a god? Emma. Who's
she's not wrong. I mean, when you have telepathy and you can turn your body to diamonds, that's pretty godlike. Not in the essence of Marvel, but
I would still bring the smoke. She's like, what are you thinking? I'm thinking you are the most basically white. You're the most basic white girl I've ever seen in my life.
You are Becky with the good hair. Go
ahead. No. You're not Becky with the good hair. You're Becky's
Sarah.
Cousin. Yeah. You're Sarah. Like, calm down. Like, and then just call her by different names. All right, Claire.
All right, Cecilia.
Like Cecily. What?
Okay. Cecily. Emily.
like, why are you talking to me, Cassandra? Don't you? Isn't there like a pumpkin spice latte for you to take or something? Like,
all right. Before I go, right? Because I'm a Starbucks kind of person because I'm basic sometimes. I don't lie.
It happens.
I want to go to Starbucks and order a pumpkin spice latte, see what the big deal is. I want to know. I need to understand what the big deal is. I like pumpkins.
Sure.
I like spice.
Sure.
I like lattes.
Sure.
Put them together. Let me see if I like it. Because I only ever get one thing from Starbucks. Well, in terms of drinking, which is an iced frappuccino. At any time of the year, it will be Christmas Day, and I will get a iced frappe, and I'll be good to go. I'm good.
I'm telling you, Starbucks is a drug front. All drug front.
Absolutely. It's full of cocaine. It's full
like,
of
yeah, right. I was gonna say they ruined that hard white. They call it coffee now. It's in the streets.
They got it out of Coca-Cola, so they had to put it in something else.
Like that's how they get the kids.
Seattle knew what was going on. They got there early.
Hey, you know what? That whole area is really sus. I was doing some reading, and I found out they had laws that kept Black people out of that part of the country.
I mean, that's the same with it everywhere throughout America. Redlining is real.
Yeah, true. But like, you couldn't own a home in those areas. You had like, if you worked for somebody, you had to like be gone or be hidden.
Yep.
It's racism. It's so funny sometimes.
We like mutants.
No, but like, but I don't understand. That's the one thing about humanity I never understood. Like, they don't understand why the mutants are mad. Like, you guys sent Sentinels after us. You had you made the Scarlet Witch. You had your country club of superheroes brainwash, made a Wanda basically Candace Owens. Am I wrong? Did she? She was so separated from her community that she thought she was like, "Oh, I'm not a mutant. I'm just super." No, you're not.
That's OJ.
Oh,
I'm not Black. I'm just OJ.
Candace Simpson. That's scarier.
Before we jump out, like I very much agree that the Wanda of that moment was very Candace Owen-y, or rather Candace is very Wanda of that moment where she's very mutiny, which is why I like Wolverine, because Wolverine's like, I'm just doing what I want right now. Like, I'm with the Avengers, but I know I'm a mutant. Like, that is it. And Beast is on the other side. He's very much, he wants to be human so bad, but he loves being a mutant, which is annoying for him. He's very conflicted with himself. He is very much the perfect allegory of the guy or girl, but particularly the guy that is gay, knows he's gay, but hasn't come out, but he wants to embrace his gayness. It, like, in my head, that's what Beast is.
See, okay, with Wolverine, I'm with you on Beast, but with Wolverine, I think he's also one of those mutants who don't really like the fact that he's a mutant, because at the time, like, it was really bad to be an X-Man.
I think Wolverine doesn't like the association of being a mutant because he wants to be left alone.
Right.
He loves being a mutant and his mutant pride. He doesn't like the hassle that comes with it. You see, slight difference.
Right. And also, I always thought the Avengers kind of took like mutants who didn't know they were mutants, or mutants that were just really popular. Like, Wolverine is a sample of mutant. They took the who was popular. Beast, Firestar, Wanda, Quicksilver. All these other mutants did not like the fact they really.
Firestar's the Japanese one, no?
No. That's
that's Sunspot.
No,
Sunfire.
Yeah. Firestar is the red hit. Like, she looks like Jean Grey, but she has fire power. Well, she is. Jean Grey.
Oh, Firestar in the yellow outfit. She was in Spider-Man and Friends, no?
Yes.
With, Johnny. Yeah.
Yes, and she was written amazingly in Amazing X-Men. Like, just Jason Aaron, he came to play that day. He came to play.
Fair.
Okay. All right. Thank you for coming in, man. I appreciate
Not a problem, man.
Like, we got to do this again, because Trial Magneto is low key trash right now, but Inferno is good.
I'll definitely be reading some X-Men, so I can bring some new X-Men vibes to it, because I just tend to talk about comics overall. But and next time we'll talk about Paper Girls. I'm gonna check it out. I'm definitely gonna check it out. I finished all of them. There's only 6 issues.
Okay.
And I got all of Morning Glory, so I'm gonna reread Morning Glory from the beginning, because I last read it like, I want to say, like 5 years ago, like maybe even more than that. So I'm gonna reread those and then go through the last 5 volumes that I've got, because I had up until 4 or 5, I got those. I'm gonna read them, and we'll talk about those. And I'll talk about it on TikTok. And I'm also streaming under Pyro_Blake King, so I'll be there. TikTok is DS Pyro. And again, there's no link in the bio because I'm not turning my account to a business account, so I'm not doing that. But it's there. It'll take you to Instagram, the link, and YouTube, so I'm all there.
Okay, all right. That you said a mouthful. All right. All right. This is 1407 Graymalkin Lane. Remember the history because we're doomed to repeat it. Signing out.